All right, this is Ubaid on behalf of V Electronics, and in this video, we'll be talking about the area of a circle. Okay, now when it comes to your circle, let's say this is your circle. Okay, it's not a perfect circle, but it looks like a circle. Okay, now if you take any center point on your circle, okay, and connect it with any point on the outside of the circle, okay, so let's say this is point A, and the center point over here, this is point B. Okay, so this will be your radius over here, R. Okay, so from point A to point B, this is your radius, which is also your R. Okay, now if the line goes straight through the circle, through the center point of the circle, let's say you have another line over here, you draw a straight line over here, okay, somewhat of that sort. Okay, so something like that. All right, so let's say this is point C over here. Okay, so if a line connects point A and point C. This will be called your diameter. Okay, and diameters are always two times the radius. Okay, so a radius is half the circle. A diameter is two times the radius. That's the reason why you have a line going through the center point. Okay, so to figure out the area, what you need to do is use the formula pi r squared. Okay, so area of a circle, this is pi r squared. All right, now most of you might be familiar with this figure over here with this symbol. This is pi, and pi is basically 3.14. Okay, so pi r squared, where pi equals 3.14. Okay, so area equals 3.14 times your radius. Now let's say the length of this line over here from point A to point B is 5 meters. Okay, and you want your area in meters squared. Okay, so your radius, let's say this is 5. Okay, and then you have a square on top. Okay, so raised to 2. Okay, so area will be 25. 5 squared is 25 times 3.14. Okay, which comes around 78.5. So your area will be 78.5 meters squared. Okay, so this will be your area. All right, now, if you have the diameter, let's say you have a line that connects point A with point C, so this is your diameter. If you have the diameter and you want to figure out the area, okay, let's say your diameter equals 10 meters. Okay, remember your diameter is two times the radius, okay, which means your diameter is 10 meters. Now, if you want to figure out the area, your area will be pi r squared, which means this will be 3.14, okay, times, okay, your diameter. Now, remember that diameter is two times the radius. Now, since we have an r, we have an r in the formula, okay, we'll need to use d over 2 squared, okay, which means this over here, this is your diameter, divide by 2 will give you your r, which will give you your formula over here, which is pi r squared. Okay, so your area will be Okay, we said this was 10. So 10 divided by 2. This is 5. 5 squared is 25 times 3.14. It will stay the same. Okay, so regardless of the radius and the diameter of a circle, okay, regardless of which one you use, the area should be the same. Okay, which means this will be 78.5 meters squared, which can be rounded off to 79 meters squared. Okay, so this is basically how you solve for the area. Okay, now if you want to solve for the radius, let's say you've been given the area. Okay, so let's say the area is 79 meters squared. So we know that area equals pi r squared, which means 79 meters squared equals 3.14, okay, times your radius squared. All right, which means 79 divided by 3.14, okay, equals radius squared. Okay, so therefore, r equals square root of 79 divided by 3.14. Okay, so let's do the math. Let's say this is 79 divided by 3.14. Okay, this is 25.159. All right, so let's find the root. So 25.159, and the square root of that is 5. Okay, which means your radius is 5 meters. Okay, which means your diameter will be 2 times the radius, which will be 10 meters. All right, you can go back over here to check what your radius and your diameter was for this particular circle with point A and point B. Okay, so this will be to verify your answer. Okay, on behalf of V Electronics, this is Obey. Have yourself a great day.